So my lyrics been a long time waiting for you, and then you push me away. Painkillers for breakfast, I ain't feeling the day. I'm fucking geeked up, but I tell her I'm okay.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl KD, and I'm back with another video. Y'all already know what time it is. We finna react to 10 most spoiled people on my 600-pound life. Now, me and my girl, we were addicted to this show. We were watching it like consistently because it's just like you can't really fathom the thought of somebody being that size and you know the kind of struggles that they go through. So we used to watch it all the time. So I'm gonna watch this compilation that somebody put together of 10 people that acted the most spoiled on the show. Now, as you can see by this video, like right here, he already looked like he finna get into some mess. But make sure if y'all messing with my content, hit that subscribe button. If you new here, what's good? Welcome to the gang. If you brand new and you don't already hit the subscribe button and it's your first video since you subscribed to me, what's good? Welcome to the gang. Shout out to my OG subscribers. I love y'all. Y'all the reason why I'm here. I see y'all and I love you. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button and all that good stuff. I'm still trying to get used to doing this, but yeah, let's get into the video.
Your face and use that to show them how you are manipulating your system.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
That's trifling.
600-pound life shows us different perspectives and the nature of humans and how one's life becomes so miserable when they start facing some painful and sad circumstances that occur due to obesity.
I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I cannot imagine myself being this size. Like, the pain that they look like they go through. Like, if you've never seen the show, you should really check it out. The pain that they go through, it looks like, I don't know. And I have overweight people in my family, but nothing to this degree. It is really, really sad. Like, I've cried watching some of these episodes for them because it just looks like it hurts. I just can't imagine it, you know? I can't.
In this show, we have seen some who were quite serious about losing their weight through gastric procedures.
Look at them.
Some were extremely arrogant and spoiled contestants as well. So, here are the 10 most spoiled people on my 600-pound life. Number 10.
Okay.
Janae Murray Hopkins.
Janae. That is a different way to spell Janae.
Janae Murray was a participant who got featured weighing 665 pounds. She started gaining weight because of sexual abuse she faced in her childhood, miscarriages, and because of bacterial infections in her legs. But on the show...
Now, what I do know about a lot of these people is that a lot of them dealt with trauma, you know, bad eating habits growing up, and like this young lady's story, you know, being traumatic and using food as a coping mechanism. I have been in those shoes. I'm currently fighting my way out of those shoes. So I understand how you can get to this way.
No, her relationship with Dr. Nauzaradan wasn't good. In fact, she was quite rude with him. His intentions were to help her lose weight, but she stopped listening to Dr. Nau's advice and started gaining weight instead. In fact, her husband was caught red-handed bringing pizza and burgers to the hospital.
See, that's the big thing. Like, you want help. You have to get help, right? But when your family starts enabling you, that's like the toughest spot. And it's like, you know, you love them. You want to be there for them and shit, but like, you have to help them the best way you can. I understand it's a struggle sometimes. A lot of people, they really try to guilt trip you into doing what they want you to do, but it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
For Janae Murray in her room. Because she wasn't even trying to lose weight, Dr. Nau suggested to her that she should leave the program if she's not willing to adhere to it. In the end, after some time, Dr. Nau canceled her weight loss surgery because from the very beginning, she was unwilling to stop overeating, and her behavior was quite crazy and rigid. In fact, she kept insisting that her weight loss is part of the divine scheme, and she is submitting her weight loss plan to God's plan. So, if God wants her to go for gastric bypass surgery, it will happen. Number 9. Lisa.
She blamed God? What? That's so weird. Okay. No. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Don't worry about it.
To Fleming. Due to the stubbornness and manipulative behavior of Lisa Fleming, she gained enormous fan outrage in 2018. In fact, according to fans, her episode is a particularly hard one to watch. especially when they showed that her daughter discovered that literal maggots were living in the folds of her skin. Lisa started gaining weight
Oh,
when she saw her brother murdered in front of her eyes.
oh my
Therefore,
God.
she became stubborn and unobedient since. On the show, she is seen eating a bowl of Fruit Loops in bed. In fact, when the paramedics showed up at her house with a wheelchair, she kept a bowl of ice cream as a reward for her boyfriend performing sexual favors. When Dr. Now refused
What? That's so crazy. Like, I can't even imagine walking in and, like, maybe helping change my mom and some stuff like that. And I open up the cover and there's literal maggots. Oh my God. Like, I know it's hard for these people to want to change their lives, but like that should be like the number one. Like, let me get myself together. But I understand she's gone through some traumatic stuff. Like, so her mom might not be there all the way. But at what point do you accept responsibility for your actions? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we blame our past or stuff like that we go through as to why we behave in destructive ways, when we can really turn that story around and try to do our best and continuously try to do our best to be better. I don't know. But her story is sad. That is really sad.
to take her complaint seriously, she even threatened to commit suicide. Due to her misbehavior
What?
and rude behavior, Lisa didn't receive the weight loss journey.
Damn.
Number 8. Pauline Potter. Pauline Potter weighed in at 643 pounds and was named the world's heaviest woman alive in the 2011 Guinness Book of World Records.
My gosh.
She knew she needed Dr. Now's help to lose weight because she
Yeah.
was depending heavily on her adult son. When she met with Dr. Now, it was apparent
Look at that. Like, look at that. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but like, that just looks like it's a lot to carry. Like, you can't do anything for yourself. You have to consistently have help. And you also have to understand when you are this weight and you're going through these things, what kind of pressure and burden that puts on the person that's with you. You know what I mean? Like, because their life has to also stop because they have to be there to help you. Like me, I would want to get better just so I don't have to put that burden on my children, you know? Like, you ain't got to be super skinny because it ain't that great being super skinny either. But being this weight can literally kill you. Like, I've watched episodes where people will literally have died from being this size. Like,
she was going to fight him at every turn. Even when he put Pauline on a strict 1,200 calorie diet, she protested. So,
I
to
bet.
closely monitor her food consumption, Dr. Now ordered hospitalization for Pauline. After a short time, things did turn around for her as she lost 44 pounds and was approved
Hey.
for gastric bypass surgery. But it was totally clear that she could not get rid of her food addiction. That's why she gave up on Dr. Now's program and started
Jesus.
overeating again. On the follow-up Where Are They Now episode, she even revealed that she had a painkiller addiction and couldn't shed her weight. Quote, "That fat girl in me is still there," she said. "The doctor fixed our stomachs, but he didn't fix our minds. I have to keep fighting."
yeah.
Number 7.
I remember
The
this dude.
Assante brothers. Among the Assante brothers, Stephen Assante was the most scandalous star of My 600-Pound Life show. Justin and Stephen both were brothers by blood, but Stephen's behavior towards Justin was quite rude and not very brotherly. At the beginning of the show, Stephen pretended that he's following the diet given by Dr. Now, but it became clear after some time that he had been binge eating junk food beneath everyone's noses. His main trick was to bully and manipulate everyone around him, including his father, so he could get whatever he needed. As
That's
he was so
trifling.
addicted to painkillers. Therefore, while Justin was on a healing period from his surgery, Stephen did his utmost best and stole Justin's painkillers. Stephen's behavior towards Justin was always abusive since childhood. So, to get rid of him, Justin quit the show, even though his father and Dr. Now willed him to continue. In fact, Justin also accused the show of blackmailing him to continue. At the end, Stephen also got kicked off the show because of his rebellious attitude.
Dang. Like, that's crazy. Like, that addiction, like, addictions is so strong, but like food is so easy to be addicted to. Like, you just don't stop. But like, you so addicted to it, you're willing to be mean to everybody around you, and you ended up getting kicked off a show that could have possibly saved your life. That could have possibly saved your life. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these shows do be kind of doing the most with these contestants, or whatever they're called. Like, they do the most for it. Like, with them, like, they don't treat them right. They treat them really badly. Like, that's factual. That a lot of shows do that, and that's unfortunate because you really could have received the help that you needed, and I hate that for him. Like, I do.
With the tank, we can look again, see the people we miss and the things we missed about.
Number 6. James King. Because of cellulitis, a painful skin infection, James King, weighing 800 pounds, was unable to move.
800 pounds?
King's family, especially his daughter, did a lot for him as a token of love as she left her school.
And see, them eating how they eat, right? Constantly eating all day and then laying down and eating, it's not helping them either, because it's just sitting there, which is why they're susceptible to continuously gain weight like that. Like, they're just sitting, they're not active, but they can't be active, because imagine carrying 800 pounds around with you all day long. Like, I can't imagine not being able to get out of the bed. Like, that's crazy to me.
Look after him, and his father managed all the expenses for him, including refinancing his home to get him to Dr. Now's hospital through ambulance. But when King joined Dr. Now's program, he didn't seem happy, and he hadn't lost his weight according to Dr. Now's expectations. And during the supervision, he had shed a little bit of weight, but unfortunately, King started gaining up to 840 pounds.
Oh my God.
Dr. Now told him to leave if he wasn't interested to continue the program. In fact, when Dr. Now found out that his girlfriend was bringing food to him under his radar in the hospital,
Why?
he called Adult Protective Services on James King's girlfriend.
Like, why? You're only damaging them further. Like, I know you want them to be happy. You don't want to deal with their attitude, but you have to go through that so that they can get better. You have to do that. Like, you cannot feed them what they want because, it's not helping their situation. And look, he went from 800 pounds to 843 pounds because you're enabling him by continuously bringing him food. Like, that's dangerous. So I'm not surprised the doctor did call adult protective services, because you're endangering him. You could kill him. Like, that's so crazy.
Because of overeating, King's organs started failing and then got canceled once again because he wasn't showing any improvement. According to TMZ, James King died at the age of 39 in April of 2020.
God.
Number 5. Cynthia Wells. Oklahoma native Cynthia Wells weighed 610 pounds when she first appeared on the show.
Jesus.
She told the audience that after giving birth to her youngest kid, she gained almost 480 pounds, and she forgot to take care of herself while taking care of her kids, and has now ended up immobile. So, she has become so helpless and started getting exhausted while doing even menial tasks. She even claimed that her 11-year-old daughter takes care of her and manages her smelly folds of fat like she's
11, and had to give up, probably have to give up a lot to take care of her mom. And I'm sure she doesn't, it's your mom. You're going to take care of your mom, so you're not going to like complain or nothing like that. But imagine being 11 and having to pretty much be a sole provider for your mom. Like, damn, like that stuff would make me want to get help and do better, because I'm taking life away from my children. Like, not only is life being sucked out of me, but I'm taking life out of my children.
A 40-year-old woman every morning without feeling any worse. By the way, Cynthia is known as one of the bullheaded and most controversial stars of the My 600-Pound Life show because of her rigidness, as she was in denial about eating habits. In fact, she once called Dr. Now's program as bullshit and returned to her home in Oklahoma City. Number 4.
He's so angry.
Angela Gutierrez. Angela Gutierrez went through gastric bypass surgery in her 20s. That helped her drop up to 100 pounds, but didn't turn around as per her expectations. So, to cope with her problems, Angela wound up turning back to unhealthy eating.
Damn.
Actually, soon after her surgery, she was charged with child endangerment and attempted suicide. So,
What?
therefore, she lost custody of her children to her mother. By
my
the way,
gosh.
many die-hard fans have called Angela's episode an absolute waste of time, especially when during filming she decided to leave the show. Viewers normally watch people getting better and losing weight, undergoing the care and weight loss regimen set out by celebrity bariatric surgeon Dr. Now. But in Angela's case, who was weighing around 608 pounds, no one gets to see her progress. In fact, she got dropped out of Dr. Now's weight loss program because she started missing her appointments and returned to her home in Ohio. And once on the video call, she had lied to Dr. Now that she had lost 120 pounds, on which Dr. Now called her delusional.
I think my question is, when these people come on these shows, right? You come on these shows, you come for help. And you know you need help, otherwise you wouldn't have contacted the show or had a family member contact the show, however you got on the show. If you were not 100% into it, you're taking away a spot from somebody who could really, really use that help, like who really wants to do this. And I know a lot of these shows continue to air these shows because it brings good ratings, like you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. But it's just so unfortunate there's so many people out here that could use that help from that doctor. And that's so crappy that you would take a spot where you know you're not 100% invested in changing your life so that you can live. You know, it's, I don't know.
Number 3. Penny Sager. We know that it really requires a lot of patience to work with Dr. Now, as it is really not that easy to appear on My 600-Pound Life, because it is quite difficult to be willing or ready to quit overeating, such as the case with Penny Sager. Well, at the beginning of her weight loss journey, she lost 40 pounds on her controlled diet. The only weight loss documented on the show, which was a little bit a yes to Dr. Now, so he approved her for weight loss surgery. But things got bad because she gained weight up to 5 pounds instead of losing it after her gastric bypass surgery. So it was clear that under the radar of Dr. Now, she was consuming junk food. In fact, Dr. Now accused her of being delusional for refusing to follow.
He done called a couple people delusional.
So she went against Dr. Now's advice and left the show eventually and moved to Maryland. According to Dr. Now, Penny's food addiction would kill her in the future, and that would not take much time. Therefore, most of the viewers of the show accused her of being manipulative and stubborn. Number 2. Angela John. Angela John is known for her controversial statements and behavior. She claimed that she felt on the show as she was being punished by the crew. She too had quite a tragic backstory of prison time, drug addiction, rape, and sexual abuse. Because of all these traumas, she started eating as a comfort. When she met Dr. Now to seek help, she weighed 643 pounds at the time. Although not only claimed that Dr. Now was punishing her, in fact, she was downright combative with him. She also said that his program is nothing but shit. On the other hand, she made matters worse when she got tested positive for opiates and heavy smoking after lying about it to Dr. Now. And she only lost 48 pounds and continued abusing drugs. In the end, Dr. Now suggested to her to go to rehab center or to end her weight loss program. And guess what? She ended it. Second option. Number 1. Mercedes Cephas. Mercedes' story was one of the heartbreaking ones, as her trauma came from an assault she suffered when she was just 11 years old at the hands of her father, who had also abused her siblings. She started consuming food as a help to deal with the trauma she faced. As a mother, she now relied heavily on her own kids, who helped her get through life as a morbidly obese person. Cephas weighed 773 pounds in the initial time on the show, but ultimately she lost 81 pounds, which was a considerable amount for her.
It's a great amount.
Impressive for Dr. Now. In fact, she started gaining afterwards, so it was clear that she wasn't following Dr. Now's instructions. She even claimed that she wasn't overeating.
Look at that. Look at the sores, the skin, all of this. Like that has to be painful. Like I can only imagine the pain she's going through, like carrying this and skin being stretched out like that. Like
she was just not eating healthy food. Thanks for watching this video.
Oh, like all in all, I don't pass judgment. I understand like trauma can, you have to lean on something when you go through a traumatic situation. And for a lot of these people, as you heard on the story, it's food. And speaking for my own, like when I deal with trauma, it's either I don't eat or I eat everything. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, and I'm currently working on it. But like when you're at a life or death situation, you kind of have to rewire your brain to know, like, this is my life. Like, not only is it my life, but I'm affecting my kid's life or whoever it is that's taking care of me. Like, I have to do better, not just for myself, but for them, so that they can continue to live their life, because they're not going to be able to live without having to stop and continuously help you, because you literally can't do anything at that weight. Like, you can't do nothing. Like, and I'm sure you're damaging your internal organs with having to lay on your back. Like, that's a lot of weight on your organs, and I feel so bad, and I hate the fact that they didn't get an opportunity to finish it. And it just kind of sucks, it kind of sucks that that's their story, and I hate what they went through to get there. It's so unfortunate, but I do hope that the ones that are still alive, that they truly continue their journey and try to get better and do better for themselves, not just for themselves, but for their children, so that they can watch their children grow and their children don't have to lose a parent too early, because you don't want to make the decision to be better. Like, and it's hard. It is hard. I have to admit, it is very hard, but when you have the willpower and the strength to do it, you will do it. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's kind of a little different twist, like a little different something that I'm used to reacting to. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below something else that you want me to react to. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias popping up, as well as in the description below. And I'll see y'all next reaction. Peace.